Welcome back. All right, so I have the reverse retros from this year. I've got the whole thing. Again, I did the unboxing videos, 3 unboxing videos on the channel for members. I also did it for patrons as well. And so I want to compare 2020 and 2022, and I want to keep a tally. So I'm going to go through all 31 teams that have had both, so Seattle doesn't qualify, although their reverse retro is nice. I will do a countdown on the reverse retros as well, probably tomorrow. Wednesday's a more casual day, and so, sure, Wednesday I could do a countdown of which ones I like the most out of the reverse retros now that I have them in my possession, and I'll compare to how they ranked before I had them. So, 2020, 2022, we'll tally it up, and we'll see which reverse retros work better. Now, I think I'm going to vote in favor of the current reverse retros over the originals, but let's go through and see. All right, so Anaheim, I will do this alphabetically, but I will also put timestamps in the video just for the fact this is going to take a while. So what we have here is we have a reverse retro, which was a throwback to the old Mighty Ducks Wild Wing, which I thought was fantastic. I never thought we would see this again. What we have here is a very nice third jersey. I mean, in all honesty, this to me looks like a third jersey. I've been mentioning in a couple of recaps that when they've worn this on the road, I don't know that the announcers know this is a reverse retro rather than their road jersey. I do think Anaheim eventually changes to this. So my vote for overall creativity and doing something a little different, I would go with this. Because this to me is a third jersey, so chalk one up for 2020. All right, Arizona. So the 2020 version, they did the purple Space Coyote. Love it. It sold out right away. For this year, they have done a Sienna or burnt orange Space Coyote. I think I prefer the 2020 version, although I will say this is different. Well, they're both different. It's bizarre. So you have this, and then you have the green one, and really what Arizona's building is basically what Vancouver has, which is when you have everybody wearing all the various jerseys that the team has worn, it looks like you're in a bag of Skittles. And so that's kind of where Arizona, I think, is headed with all the different colors they're using. There's also a rumor there's going to be a black third that's like this. So the black third will probably look pretty nice, but they are definitely risking overdoing it with the Space Coyote, and I never thought I'd see the day I said that. So 2020 is ahead. Might be the only time 2020's been winning anything on anybody's chart. So Boston, this was the first round of reverse retros. Nice 1990 throwback. And then there's this one which has 1995 on it. It has to be the Bear. And I've said too, looking at this both in person and on TV, I think the problem with the Bear jersey initially was it was this color. So jerseys that are yellow in general, they lose out to the white ones generally. They do. I would say the same of the Kings reverse retro they've released. It shows that the problem with that jersey wasn't that it wasn't great. It was just it was yellow. So a win for 2022 on this one. This one's tough because essentially Buffalo has done 2 very similar reverse retros. So here's your 2020 version with the crossed swords, which I always liked. And here's the new one. So again, you can see very similar. They do like the white reverse retros. I mean, I love the goat head logo. I would give a very slim win to this one just for the overall look of it. So just overall, yeah, I would go to this one over this one. 2020 continues to lead. Now, this is where we get into understanding the assignment. So this reverse retro Blasty, which is, this has 98 on it. The only real difference between this and the original Blasty is it's not red on the end of the sleeve. There really was very little that was reversed about it. It was definitely retro. On the other hand, this one is absolutely reversed, and it's a retro. And so I think this one understands the assignment better. I really like the look of that logo on the jersey. I think it's fantastic. So I understand people love this one, and the new third has like flames in here. The outline of flames. It's weird. I haven't ordered it because it's not like those would show up very well on camera, and there's very little difference between this reverse retro and the third they're wearing, so apparently have a limit. That being said, yeah, the win goes to 2022. I actually think because this one is more suited to what was expected, I understand this one makes a very nice third jersey. I agree. But as far as a reverse retro goes, I give it to this one. Carolina is an iffy one. And I say iffy because this is technically a Hartford jersey, right? But it's Carolina throwback. And it's got right here, Carolina 79, which is... They weren't... But we'll see that again with the Minnesota one, too. So, anyways, we can just put that aside and think about puppies. And this is the new one. Now, the new one is definitely a Canes jersey. It's a throwback to 2019. It's only 3 years ago. And in terms of its throwbackness, I'm kind of thrown by this one. Again, this one looks like a nice third jersey. This one technically is a reverse retro. I'm going to go ahead and give it to 2020, even though there wasn't as much gray. But anyway, it's fine. I will give it to the Whalers throwback. All right, so 2020 is now leading 4-2. Is it going to be leading 5-2? So this is Chicago's throwback reverse retro from a couple years ago. I think it was okay. I think it was a decent attempt. And this is this year's. Now, this is pretty true to the striping they had on the old Chicago jerseys back in the day. And honestly, a lot of jerseys had this kind of a striping back then. But all right, so between the two, I'm going to have to go with 2020. Maybe 2020 is going to win this after all. So with the Avs, we have the same dilemma we had with Carolina. The Avs did a throwback to the Nordiques. It's fantastic. It's in Avalanche colors. It's a Nordiques jersey. What they did this time around is state flag. There's some throwback elements to the Colorado Rockies in this, which I think are nice. I think, it's Colorado Rockies colors. You've got the Avalanche logo on the shoulder. This one, honestly, I like quite a bit, but I have to give it to the Quebec Nordiques one because, again, just in terms of the overall aesthetic and the look of it, I do think it's a better jersey. But this is still a very nice attempt, and this is a good one. So if you're on the fence about this one, I can say I would recommend picking that up. If you're an Avs fan, I think it's nice. It's something different. So first time around with the reverse retros, I guessed a red Blue Jackets jersey, and it's nice. It's got its aesthetic. It's not bad. However, this year's is fantastic. So of the two, I don't think this one's close. I think 2022 wins this. So hey, if you're worried about the new ones and saying, I don't think the new ones are going to win much, to me it's not close. You guys can let me know in the comment section below, of course, but I would give this one to the 2022 version of their reverse retro. All right, we're into Dallas. This is another one that's not really going to be close either. So this is their 2021, which is another jersey that looks nicer in person than it looks on camera. I do think that if they had done this in maybe black, or if they'd done it in gold, something that wasn't silver on a white background, I think it would have been nicer. This is a Modano jersey. And so, yeah, this year's, I think they did really, really well. Now, this is 1993. This is supposed to be the first year they went to Dallas. They did not have the word mark above the star's name. And I love this jersey. This one, and just the star itself, the texture they've added to the star makes it a winner. It's still silver writing too, but it works on this one where it's kind of washed out on this one. So I'm going to give this one to 2022 as well. So the first time around, Detroit was trying to make it so that it was kind of a throwback to their silver anniversary, but they left the logo white. I think if the logo had been silver, you might have had a better chance at it being a better jersey. And again, it does look like a practice jersey, right? Now this time out, I think it's better. Now, this is a throwback to their 75th anniversary jersey. The color's reversed and some black put in it. We've always wanted black on there are some of us who would like to see black on a regular Detroit jersey too. I know there's Wet Wings fans that don't want to see it, but I kind of like this one better. Now, if they'd had this logo on one of the shoulders, they would have been completely copying Chicago. But again, back in the 20s, and this is it's a throwback to 1991, but the 1991 was the 75th anniversary. That's confusing. Anyways, this is, I think, the better of the two, but it's faint praise. It really, really is. So last time out, the Oilers kind of went for a third jersey look, to be honest. And one of the rumors was that the logo would be reversed as well and have orange lettering and blue would be the oil. But in the end, they went with this. It's nice. It's okay. I don't wear it that often in videos. It's very similar to thirds they've worn. They could make this a third, and I don't know that people would bat an eye about it. But this year, boy, did they do well. Now, the Gear jersey is one that's grown on me over the years. I do prefer this to the original Gear jersey. So yeah, 2022 wins this one and is kind of on a little bit of a roll now. As nice as this Florida jersey is, and it's fantastic, it is extremely similar to one of the blue jerseys they had previously. I do like this one quite a bit. It was one of my favorites the first time around. That being said, this is the stuff. So when you're looking at these jerseys, you can see that this one's kind of an homage to the third they had that I liked. A lot of other people didn't, where it had the panther head in a circle and it was lighter blue. And that's where they get this color from. I think this is absolutely a fantastic jersey. There's 3D stitching on all of the triangles around the sun there. It's really well done. So if I had to pick a favorite of the two, it has to be the 2022 one. It absolutely has to be. Kings fans basically begged the LA Kings to re-release this and bring it back and use it. And team said, no, we're good. Thanks, though. And this is a fantastic jersey. And I have to grade it against this. Like, this is absolutely stunning. Oh, man. I prefer this logo. I do love the color purple. Sorry, foreign blue. It's purple. But it's a tough call. It's a really tough call. I think I prefer this one of the two. As close as it is between the two. No offense to this jersey. This jersey's fantastic, but I think I prefer this one over this one. But it is very, very close. So, Minnesota. All right, I'll just do this. They created home and away jerseys. They both say 1978 on them. Well, 78. So these are both throwbacks to the 78 Minnesota North Stars. This one, being the new one, has the 3D stitching on it, which is nice. But they're basically, it's a home and away. Of the two, I think I'm going to go with this one because of the greater contrast. But again, like LA, it's really close. And in this case, it's basically, here's your home and away Minnesota if they ever go back to Minnesota North Stars. Well, if they ever go to Minnesota North Stars colors. Can't say go back because the Minnesota Wild never had those colors. But I would have to give 2020 the win in this one. All right, Montreal decided to go with blue for 2020, which I liked and I appreciated. A lot of Montreal fans didn't. This one says 76 on it. And so for this one that says 79, they've gone to Expos colors, although they say it's the city colors. But you'll notice the 76 and 79 logos look very, very similar because Montreal hasn't changed its logo very much. That's why I found it funny the first time that I saw this one in person. I'm like, 76? That's the same as their current jersey, basically, just the colors changed. Montreal doesn't make changes because they don't need to because their jersey's already fantastic. But if I had to choose between the two, I'm going to choose this one because I think this one's fun and it is a throwback to the Expos city colors. However they want to put it, it's an Expos throwback. So as we get into the second half of this, one team that hasn't given its fans or just general fans what they've wanted is a blue jersey. And that's the Nashville Predators. So this throwback reverse retro is nice, not fantastic, didn't sell out that quickly. Has sold out now in most places, I do believe. But I mean, it's like I said, it's okay. It's not bad. And then you have the Meth Tiger. So they did the Meth Tiger. They made sure that the Nashville word mark won't come off as easy as it did on the original jerseys. They don't have the boxed out neckline that the original had, which is so ugly. And the logo is, of course, fantastically ugly. That being said, I prefer this one over this one. This one, again, looked very similar to the regular jerseys. This one, yeah, the logo will haunt you. And so I would have to give 2022 the win in this one. The Devils are a team that they don't change their jersey. They don't really change things much at all. When the first round of reverse retros came out and they did it in green, a great sigh and a thank you could be heard from every. We've always wanted a green Devils jersey, right? The old red and green colors and all that. This time around, they went with Kansas City / Colorado, same colors as the Rockies, And I do like both. I will say this one I liked more than I thought I would, but this one still wins hands down. For the New Jersey Devils, it absolutely has to be the green one. I mean, I could try going against the green one, but I could not sell this one as being better than the green one, and feel good about myself when the video's done. So yeah, 2020 wins that one. I can pretend to agonize over this one, but first off, no, this isn't the regular Islanders jersey. This is the reverse retro. You can tell because it's a slightly darker color. It has 80 on it. It's a throwback to 1980. But again, the criticism of the Islanders was this basically was a nice third jersey. I like it, but yeah, third jersey. This one, on the other hand, you get the Fisherman back. I think the Fisherman looks better on this logo than it did on the original logo on the old Fisherman jersey. One thing I will be doing as well this week, I will be looking at the current reverse retros and what they're throwing back to, and seeing if they improved on it or how they changed it, including the logos. And I think this one looks really nice. I think it's a sharp one. I think they could keep it around. They could bring this back as a third jersey. And again, I don't know that people would notice that much and say, oh, that's the old reverse retro. They just say, oh, it's a third jersey with a slightly different color. So I have a dilemma with this jersey, the same as I do with Calgary's Blasty. Nice jersey, but in terms of its reverseness, it's not reverseness enough. There's not. But the other problem I have is their new reverse retro is basically what this jersey was initially, just in the current Rangers colors. So, yeah, I guess I'll go with this one. They're very similar. I guess I will go with the 22 one. But yeah, even the shoulders are very similar. It's just basically I'm going to give them credit for this time doing something a little different than the original Lady Liberty, and yeah, we'll go with that. Sure. So here's one I'm kind of torn on as well. Now, when Ottawa released this one in 2020, you've got the red around here, which is the difference. That's the retro part. The red is the reverse. This is a 92 throwback. They didn't have a red jersey then. They had the black one, almost the same as what they wear now. And this is the new one. The new one, they have the wavy lines on it, like 07. You have the Scooby-Doo eyes on the shoulder. I love that logo. I'm torn on this one a bit because I do like this color, but again, it kind of comes across as a third. This one, they actually do have the other logo from the past on it. So for understanding the assignment, I'm going to give it to 2022, but just barely. All right, so Philadelphia, a couple years ago, this is a sharp jersey. I do like this one. I'm just going to say right off the bat that, yeah, this year's entry is, it's very, I don't know, it's kind of boring. And that is despite the reality that the logos are made much nicer now. Since they changed over to the new materials they made and the 3D logos and all that. But I'm going to have to give this one to 2020 because this, I think, overall is a sharper jersey. It doesn't help either that when they wear this, they just have plain black numbers and black lettering, or well, white lettering on a black nameplate. I don't know, it just comes across kind of lazy's not the right word. I'll try to think it through. I do find it funny that this is 1995, this is 1975. Yeah, that shows how little Flyers jerseys have changed over the years, and why change them? They're nice jerseys, but it must make it tougher to design a reverse retro for them. All right, so Pittsburgh 2020. Wordmark, I've never been a huge fan of Wordmarks. Of course, they brought back the black Wordmark jersey. I did appreciate this was the throwback to both their original as well as their mid-90s thirds. Well, actually became their regular jersey for a while too, with the current logo on the shoulder. But this year's is fantastic. Honestly, between the two, it has to go to 2022 because this is an absolutely beautiful jersey. Love this one a lot. I don't mind this one, but this one definitely for me gets the victory. So, yeah, I would go with 2022. So, in 2020, they came out with this for San Jose. Gray jersey, not bad. I did appreciate them doing a throwback to something that's not the original, to when they had the the stripes down the sleeves and all that. This year, of course, for 2022, it is a throwback to the Seals, 1974. It sure is. This is one Seals jersey I don't have either. I have numerous Seals jerseys, but I don't... Can I use that one as a Seals jersey? So if I do like collection videos, can I count this as Seals? Not really. But at any rate, I honestly am going to give it to the 2020 version. Just I do prefer the logo. I do prefer, and while this is a fun throwback to Seals and everything, it doesn't make it aesthetically. Well, anyways, I'm going to go with 2020 on this one. I know I'll be in the minority on that one. So we reached St. Louis, and this is where I have to chuckle. So back when this one came out in 2020, I liked this one a lot. And I flat out said, you know what? I really like this jersey. I think it's really nice. And so I ranked it pretty highly, and there were Blues fans said, are you crazy? I can't stand that. Fast forward 2 years to this, and I'm not a huge fan of this jersey in general, and it was, well, he's a hater. That's what it is. It's just, ever since St. Louis beat Boston, he hasn't liked St. Louis. Yeah, St. Louis had beaten Boston when this came out, and I like this one a lot. This one, it's so, it's different. It's definitely different. As I've told my wife, once I get the hat that matches this, because you got to have a hat that matches it, I can wear this when we go to Disneyland in January. She'll never lose me in a crowd. Always make sure that your wife can find you in a crowd. It's not just for children anymore. But anyways, I'm going to go with 2020, and I know you guys can hate me down there if you want, but I still like the red one. This might be the toughest of the bunch, and I say that in all honesty. So this 2020 comes out, looks very, very nice. 2004 throwback, reversed. And I said at the time, this is the color of the Storm jersey, so by getting this, I don't have to get a Storm jersey anymore. I never stopped looking for a Storm jersey that wasn't a kit jersey, meaning a jersey that somebody put together, right? So not the officially made jersey. And there's more and more kit jerseys on the market, and I can't hate on the kit jerseys so much since you can't find the CCMs anymore. But at any rate, yeah, this was their 2020 version, and then bam, bam, they did it. We get a reverse retro Storm jersey this year, complete with lightning bolts on the arm. Those lightning bolts really stand out when I have it in the jersey collection too. I find it very easy to find this jersey. Oh, don't make me choose. It's like choosing between my children. This is this is honestly a really difficult one because this is my Grail jersey, right? But this is absolutely fantastic. I almost feel like playing Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo with this. Just because they're so close. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So it'd be wrong if I didn't pick the Grail jersey, wouldn't it? So I'm gonna pick 2022, but no offense to 2020, this jersey is absolutely fantastic. And to Toronto we go. Last time out, Toronto's jersey was not a hit. You can still find this one on sale various places. This is a 1970 throwback. It's not. It's got gray in it. I still don't understand why a bunch of them the last round had gray in them. Some of them might have had gray, but some of them didn't. Toronto didn't have gray. This time out, this is a really nice jersey. Now, people have said many times over, it looks exactly the same as their current jersey because their current jersey is an homage to the old jerseys with some newfangled, modernized look to it. But this is really nice. This is felt, and it is a very well done jersey. The lettering's all chain stitched. No, it's not. Sorry about that. It looked chain stitched from a certain angle, but it's very well put together. It's a very nice jersey, and this one's got gray in it. So I don't see how I can't give it to 2022, which means 2022 is one jersey away from officially winning this setup. All right, so Vancouver, is this what's going to put 2022 into the victory lane? I think so. So this is the 2020 version. Very nice jersey. I know it took a lot of flack, and it did not sell very well either, telling me people in general didn't receive it as well as I did. I thought it was a very nice, very well done jersey. I think this year's is better. And I'll say why. 1962, before they're in the NHL, so that's a throwback to their old WHL jersey. And I think it's well done. I think it's something different. I like the striping on it too. There might be one too many stripes, but it's not that big a deal. And I think this is something completely different. I know people wanted a V. I know people wanted this and that. But I think this is a really nice one. And I think there's some appeal to this outside the Vancouver fan base as well, which this one didn't seem to have. So, yeah, I'm going to give it to 2022. And with that, officially 2022 wins. But we roll on. All right, so I don't need the board now that we know for officially 2022 wins. And so here you go. Vegas. The red one, the nice throwback of sorts. This has 95 on it. The new one also has 95 on it. So this is a throwback to what Vegas had in 95. Now, the lettering and on this, and then the font they use on the back, all Vegas throwbacks and Vegas staples and all that. This jersey, of course, glows in the dark. This is not an easy one. I like both for different reasons. They both have that sparkly gold on them. They both have, just the coloring is very, very nice. Honestly, they could use either of these as a third, and I think they'd be good. Even though this has the glow-in-the-dark gimmick going for it, I think I like this one better. So 2020, not completely done. I would go with the red one, but it's close. They're both very nice. Now, Washington, I think, got it absolutely right in 2020. This is the first of their reverse retros. Very well made. I really like the coloring. I love the shoulder patches as they are and everything. This year, of course, they did a black version, complete with the stars now being in copper. The stars are really nice on this one. The coloring, of course, is different than on this one here. But between the two, I would still give the victory to the red one. Although the copper is that nice sparkly kind of copper. So what you may not see that well in a lot of the promotional materials is the fact that this is that same kind of shiny material as you get with LA in their silver or Vegas with their gold. So gold, silver, and bronze. Well done, NHL, or copper, right? So, yeah, not too bad, but I'm going to go with 2020 on that one. So another victory for 2020. And finally, Winnipeg. So I like the chain stitching. I like the logo. Not sure about the gray. I think if it had been primarily this color, the light blue here, you would add a better jersey. But, you know, it felt like, all right, so they've done a bunch with this logo. What about the one in between? And there are some Jets fans who don't like the one in between, but here it is on the new jersey. And I don't think it's close. I think 2022 wins this one. So in the overall battle, 2022 wins. It's closer than I thought it would be, but yeah, in general, I'm gonna go with this one here. I think it's a nicer jersey, and again, all the gray that was in the first round of reverse retros, and the gray ones generally didn't sell that well either, other than San Jose. But there's the possibility they didn't order as many San Jose's to the sites that I shop from as they did with others. So yeah, there you go. Seattle, of course, there's no point in me bringing that out because there wasn't anything in 2020. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. And one question for all you fine people who've watched this: should I put up a poll asking the subscribers which reverse retros they like better, the ones from 2020 or 2022? I believe I have the option when I'm putting up a poll too to actually have a picture of each jersey so people can make a choice. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. Thanks for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.